First carry for Spencer Ware, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Locke. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. And he's got Rodgers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
16 yards. First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
And the Colts first down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Out of the gun, Luck. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies alert. Let's make these babies black and burn.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Oh, he knocks him over. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Don't be scared of it.
Take 4, take 4. Watch the eye. Peek in, peek in, peek in.
Solid, 5 down. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Easy, easy.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good.
Bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down, Colts.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Throwing his Luck. And he rifles one incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Well, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Luck defers to Mack. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I got you. I got you.
He'll try and run for it with Connor, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Push him back. Push him back.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's another
You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career, and numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October of 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game like 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Roethlisberger now complete to Switzer, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strip that ball.
At the 15-yard line.
Flag, what's that?
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Shit. Crawl. 11. 26 Mike.
Long. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Love. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Matt looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Locke. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Rush in. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Call. Hey, Steve 6.
After the interception, it's Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 4-yard line.
One receiver left is Hilton. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
26.
The final shot before the break. Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack as time expires in the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll take a shot for the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half... Tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now left side Doyle with it. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And the Colts first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Give me that ball, defense. 11 feet. Give me that ball, defense.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the slap.
To throw is Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that...
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Luck now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. 20. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck punches with a catch over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate, as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, 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 check.
Strong right. Go.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Draw play. This is Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Rip right.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth.
Check, 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 check. Switch.
Throwing again on second down. Luck looking deep and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You go to Mexico. You got that.
Throwing is Love. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Like 80.
Watch time.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead is now an even 30.
The score, Colts 48, Steelers 18.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball,
and that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Check out. 540.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Roethlisberger to Switzer over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 33 yards that time. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard
Check
line.
three, check three. Hey, watch it, watch it. Slam, slam, slam.
On second down, it's Mack. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down now, it's Mack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Colts on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Got it. Double time. 3 down.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.